Residents impacted. Anthony Daintith, town planner, has been sufficiently community-minded to provide us with some charts. For the sake of perspective, he has created this chart. It shows the area of Bathurst that would be covered by the 397,000 solar panels if the proposed project was to be installed in our city. It extends from Stewart Street to the railway line and Rocket Street down to Durham Street. This second chart shows residents impacted by the current proposal, marked here in yellow. The houses are the numbered red dots. 6 residents were initially letterbox dropped by Photon. No less than 46 residences are shown on this map, the majority of which will have the 2.5 metre high fence and solar panels within view. It should be noted the owner's residence, his machinery shed and his airplanes are not in either ring. His residence, Urara, is shown here at the bottom of this map. It is also worth noting that our prevailing wind is from the north and northwest, and there is a cluster of about 10 houses and a few paddocks away from the site, and to the south and southeast of it. They will make an interesting spectacle in the event of a fire. We have a few of the residents who would like to communicate with you, and we will proceed with that now. Viv and Maureen Press have their home directly across from the site.
Well, we just think that this proposal is it's devaluing our land, and we just don't want that to happen.
And also degrading it, and and for what? For money that'll be going overseas if it proceeds.
Yeah, my name's Mark Pano. I've just recently moved up here. I'm one of the newest residents of the Burrawongal area here near Bathurst, New South Wales. Basically moved in here from Sydney. I was attracted to the magnificence of the rural environment here, the undisturbed nature of it, and the prime agricultural region here. Mainly the views that this house boasted was something that attracted me. Just months after moving in here, we get a letter in the mail saying that there's a proposal for a solar farm to take place, which is going to be supposedly built right behind me here. It's going to look at taking up something like 500 acres, which is an overwhelming amount of land. You can imagine, what it'd be like for a homeowner or landowner to get that news in the mail.
My name is Peter O'Hara. My husband Liam and I moved out here just over 2 years ago to Burrawongal. We moved out here to give our boys a rural upbringing within a beautiful community of Burrawongal. We received a notification from Photon Energy in early September that they were going to build a 500-acre solar plant with nearly 400,000 panels. We were devastated at this. We're located just across the road from the proposed site. From our front door, it will be located only 500 metres away, roughly.
My name is Helen McFadden, my husband Kerry. I grew up in Bathurst, but I left when I was about 19 and lived in Queensland. In 1996 we decided to come back to Bathurst, and we looked around for property for a couple of years until we found Burrawongal. 16 k's from town. It was like a hidden jewel. We think to do something as bad as this solar farm on this prime land that someone would give their life for, 500 acres, is just an absolute despicable act. Someone with no ethics or whatever of Australia could possibly want to do this.
If the solar farm does go ahead, it's going to take a lot of value off our property.
Mm.
And people are going to say, oh, gee, that eyesore down the road.
Mm. We don't even know what our property's worth, but to us, it's millions of dollars to us, and that's how we see it. I think what could it, if in 25 years if someone comes along and wants to put his cows on that land, it's probably dead, the land. I'm not against solar. I'd like to put some on my house, but not to sacrifice this perfect grazing land or agricultural land. And I'm not a farmer, so I can imagine if someone came along and was given that 500 acres to put his cattle on, it'd be like winning the lottery.
I've been in Brawangal now for 42 years, and that's the time that John and I came together and had our beautiful family here in Brawangal. We're a 5th generation farming family, and we've actually been here in this very area here for 140 years, which is really significant when it comes to working the land. In Brawangal, we have some of the finest, pristine, prime agricultural land in the district, and we need to take care of that. We need to be able to have the balance so that we don't exhaust it, we don't abuse it, you know. My husband, who's a 4th generation farmer here, John, he has always had the philosophy that you never take more from the land than what you need. We know that we need to approach renewable energies going into the future. They are all things we have a responsibility to future generations for. However, placing big solar on prime agricultural land is not necessary in a country as big as ours, where we have vast tracts of marginal land.
Yeah, my name is Sam Bonanno. Along here with my wife Polly, we moved into this area approximately 5 years ago. We just fell in love with the place on our first visit out here. We have put our life's savings into the property and into the house. We just love the fact that we have got very fertile soils in this area. We have undergone a tree planting program along Saltwater Creek, and we can see benefits of it already with we have sighted platypus in the creek. We have gone to the extent of putting solar panels, or in the process of putting solar panels on the roof for our hot water. We are not against solar at all. We do need a renewable energy, but we just don't think it is right in this area. Saltwater Creek runs right through our property and into the proposed site of the solar farm.
I feel as a farmer we've put up against so many issues anyway, like just
so many elements,
and whatever else is going on, and now, you know, we don't know how much this solar farm is going to cause further impact on our farming life.
My name's Evan Dowd, and this is my wife Louisa Hennessy. We are married and we have 4 children. We live here in Brawangal. We have 350 acres. We also lease 400 acres, and our farm is approximately 300 metres from the proposed site of the solar farm.
Each of the last several owners are recent purchasers. They no doubt purchased knowing the regional zone. They have improved their properties to the benefit of the environment and have built homes and infrastructure consistent with the beauty of the area. As Saltwater Creek runs through their properties, it has been fenced to prevent stock from entering and trees planted to restore its natural beauty. It is obvious that the younger generation, Steve Locke, Grant Toole, the Dowds, the Bonannos, are far more productive and environmentally in touch than their predecessor property owner. They are younger and progressive. Joe and Andrew Petch, Jim and Janet Sarin, Kerry and Debbie Aldridge, Grant and Kate Welch, and several others wanted to be interviewed. However, time constraints due to their business commitments prevented this. They are all here tonight, of course.